Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today we are going to revamp my TBR jar. All right, so I've had some drama with my TBR jar in the past. I used to just fill it up with every single unread book on my shelves or on my Kindle, and I would put them in here. I would print out that list, cut them into strips, put them in here, and I would pick a few to read. However, I never stuck to that. And I don't know if it's because I was picking specific books, but for some reason I rarely got to any of the books that I picked. But I still just love the concept of this, and I love just being challenged that way, I guess you could say, but I didn't love being told exactly what to read. So I think I've come up with a solution. Now, my inspiration for this is Cody from Cody's Book Corner, and she does a wheel of TBR every single month where she picks her entire TBR based on spinning a wheel, and the wheel doesn't have specific books on it. It has different prompts, and so she takes those prompts and then picks whatever she wants off her shelves. So I feel like I could maybe try something like this. So instead of doing a wheel, because I'm not that creative, I'm going to put prompts in my TBR jar, and I will pick a few out every month, and then based on that prompt I will pick one book. And I don't know how many I'm going to pick a month quite yet. It's just going to depend on how my month is going to look. So we'll just kind of go with the flow on this. But I have some prompts that I'm going to write on these little pieces of paper, and then I'll fold these up and put them in here. I don't know exactly how many I have, but I'll share the prompts with you here. We will get it all set up, and then I think starting in May, I'm going to try to pick a few out, and we'll see how that goes. And I kind of want to do a similar thing to what Cody does, where she has some to start off with, and then she'll have other prompts, and then when she picks a prompt out, she replaces that with a new one and keeps that one aside. So that way she's not picking the same prompt every single time or even every single month. You know, it takes a little bit for that prompt to get filtered back into her wheel, and it's just a really cool idea. So I'm going to have some that I'm going to start off with, and then I will have some that I will have, you know, to replace them, and I'll keep up with it like that. So I've written down some prompts. Some of them I did get from Cody, and then some of them I've come up with myself, or it's based on my own personal things that I have going on. So we are going to write those down on these little pieces of paper, put them in the TBR jar, and then have some backups as well. And then we will hopefully get started next month. But May is probably the first month I'm going to really be able to pick my own TBR and not have to read certain books, because my classes will be done and I won't, you know, have that kind of pressure. So I'm very excited about this. So we will go ahead and do this together. So I'm going to take this off, and I won't make you like watch me write everything down necessarily, but I will write down the prompts, and then I'll explain. I'll show you what they are before I put them in here. Okay, first one is most recent purchase. So I will try to pick whatever is the most recent thing that has come into my house, whether it's a purchase I made myself, whether it was a gift. Library books I probably won't count. I'm going to try to do this more with books I own already. So that's number one. Okay, unread author. So an author I haven't read yet. This one is the highest rated, so that's going to be the highest rated on Goodreads. So if I pick this one, I will pull up my Goodreads, I will sort it by average star rating, and whichever has the highest one, I will read that month. On the flip side of that, we're going to do lowest rated as well. So it will be the exact same thing. I will just pick the one that's the lowest rated. All right, so this next one is a sequel. So that would just be the next book in a series that I need to read, and then I can just pick whichever series I would like to get back to and read the next book. Then I'm also going to do first in a series. That way I can pick the first book in a new to me series and get started on that. I have a lot of series that I would like to read that I just haven't done yet. This one is a big book. That's a book over 500 pages, and I have quite a few of those. I don't shy away from buying the big books. Do I shy away from reading them? Yeah, sometimes. So, yeah, book over 500 pages. Okay, so these next couple are going to be ones that my family picks for me. So I'm going to have Kaylin's pick. She is my 11-year-old, and I'm considering having them when they get home from school today, ask them to go ahead and pick a book, and then I can write it on here. Or I could, if I end up picking this one, I would just have them, you know, pick it for me as soon as they can, and I can kind of add that in at the end of the video maybe. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to work this. Okay, I think what I'll do is if I end up picking this, I'll just have them pick it the next chance that they get, and I can just add that into the end of my video, or I could show a picture or something. So I'll work that later. I'm not going to worry about having them put it on here ahead of time. My only fear about that is if if they pick a book now, but I end up reading it before this, then, you know, that's kind of redundant, right? Also going to have Layla's pick and also Josh's pick. I'll have my husband pick something for me. Okay, this one is my top 9 list. That's the top 9 books I want to read in 2019. So I will pick one of those books that I haven't read yet and add that to my TBR that month. Adaptation. This is a big thing I've been thinking about lately because there's a lot of books being adapted that I own, and I have been thinking about adaptations a lot lately and wanting to read some more. NetGalley. So any review book that I have on NetGalley, just pick one of those and read. Those will definitely be Kindle books because NetGalley is an all digital review site. So I have quite a plethora to choose from. I have a lot of NetGalley books that I need to read and review. I'm also going to do a Bookish First one because I do have books from the Bookish First review site as well that I need to read and review for them. So I think as of right now I have 6 of those that I haven't read yet. So that could be a good push to pick one of those up. And I'm also going to have a backlist review book. So these are all physical books that have been sent to me from publishers for review. Some of them were solicited, some of them were not. So I just have a way too big of 2 piles in my bedroom right now of review books that are all older releases. Subscriber recommendation. So I get a lot of recommendations from you guys. I do have an Amazon wish list that is ongoing. So whenever you guys recommend something to me and it sounds like something I would be interested in, I will add it on there. And I do have a few that I've already purchased. I have a few on my Kindle. I have some physical books that you guys have recommended. So this would be a good prompt to get me to read one of those. Great American Read. I am on a mission to read all of the books on the Great American Reads list that came out last year. So this would just get me to pick one off of my Great American Read bookshelf that I have in my bedroom. I have all the books that I haven't read yet on that list that I own currently on that shelf. Hyped. Read a hyped book. There's probably a lot I could choose from. So, yep. Okay, a beautiful cover. So this could be like my favorite cover that I haven't read yet, or something that was a cover buy. I bought it because of the cover. I have a few of those. So read something with a beautiful cover. An Advent book. So this is going to be a book off of my TBR cart that has all the books that were sent to me from Lisa and Lindsay for Advent last year that we did. I have a whole lot still. I think I've only read maybe 3 books off that cart so far. So definitely want to be making a little bit more progress on that. Okay, so random number generator is going to be something fun. So if I end up picking this, I will do a random number generator for all of my bookshelves. So I have a total of, well, I guess you could say 6 if you include my cart. Maybe 7 if you include my review piles, which I probably will, to be honest with you. So I could put in first which bookshelf it's going to be. I'll assign each one a number, and then I will count the shelves on that bookshelf, pick a shelf, and then pick a book. So it'll be kind of like a, picking 3 different numbers in order to pick that. And I'll do that with the random number generator app. All right, so top of TBR cart. So the TBR cart that I have not only has my Advent books on it, but on the very top one, it has my top 9 that I want to read this year. It also has just some random books that I've been thinking about lately, or that have either come up and I've just been thinking about reading them, or this is being adapted soon, I should put this on here so I can read it type thing. I have a few things on the top there, so I could just pick whatever's on there at that time because it changes consistently. Okay, this one is go to the library. So go to the library and get a book, and it can be anything, just completely random, whatever I feel like getting when I'm there. Browse the shelves, look at the new selections maybe, and go pick a book. Okay, this one is a Tucson book. And what this is that we lived in Tucson from 2010 to 2014. And that's when I really started collecting more books, because I found the used bookstore Bookman's, which was my favorite place. And they had an incredible selection. I mean, this thing was like a Barnes and Noble for books, and it was all used. And I really started collecting a whole lot of books from there. And I still have a whole lot of books from, specifically, I remember certain books I got at Bookman's. So I still have a bunch. And if this is from, at least at the latest or at the earliest 2010, that's 9 years. So it's time to start reading some of those books so I can scan my shelves. I can pretty easily pick out the ones that I know I got in Tucson, and I can pick one of those books. And then the last one is a book that was gifted to me. So something that was sent to me from you guys, because you guys are very, very generous and have sent me quite a few books over the years. So I would like to, really start reading a whole bunch of those. So something that was gifted to me. And that is going to be it for right now. I am going to take a few of these out so that I can save them for later and replace them. I might take out like 5. I don't think I would have more than 5. I don't think that I would pick in a month. No, we'll see. But can you guys also give me some suggestions down below? Let me know if there's any different prompts you want to see. I can add them in here, or I can add them to the ones that I'm going to replace when I pick some out. That would be great. So if you guys want to go ahead and start doing that, I will start adding them in here as well, the ones that I really like. And yeah, because these are just the ones I came up with off the top of my head. Some of them Cody uses, some of them are fit a little bit more into my needs personally. So yeah, if you guys have any other suggestions, please let me know down below. The ones I really like, I will write down on another piece of paper and add them to this. And hopefully we can get started next month on this. I'm really planning to pick some for May, hopefully. I don't think I have any huge reading plans for May. I know I have a buddy read, at least one planned, but yeah, so I am super, super excited to use this and to challenge myself. But still be able to pick whatever I want to from that. So that's what I'm really excited about this for. So, okay, that's going to be it for me today. So again, down below, leave some suggestions for more prompts. I will write them down, and I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.